Hi guys, welcome back to No Dumb Idea, where we want to be the very best, like no one ever was. Gibbeldang here, and we got a special Pokemon episode.
Yeah, and I'm the other co-host, Dala or Al, and actually we're fortunate enough to be joined by
A third.
our good friend.
Hi guys, I'm Gymleadernate. Yeah, it's the Pokemon episode, so who better than the gym leader?
Actual
to
gym leader.
pay you a visit.
So I'm walking up, going through the gym. I go up to Gymleadernate. I'm like, hey, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Yeah. How'd you get here? What's your badge?
And right away I say, ground types sure are reliable. No, sorry, that's my NPC dialogue.
Oh God.
But yeah, I'm Gymleadernate. I've been obsessed with Pokemon my entire life. Since I was a small child, since I discovered it from the cast-offs of my bored sisters who decided it was not cool enough for them. And
Their loss.
Literally their loss, my infinite gain. And basically, over the years, I have been playing Pokemon. I've been creating Pokemon, drawing Pokemon, making versions of other games that are now Pokemon related instead. Gibbeldang and I have created our own custom region of Pokemon and filled it with over 135 custom made new Pokemon.
And then we threw it away.
It's more than some of the other games.
About it.
Yeah,
we put it in the.
We have put on a side, off
It's
the
in
burner,
the the Disney Vault right now. It's locked away.
It's back in it's in
Yeah,
development.
there you
It's
go.
back in development.
Yeah, it's like a wine, like a bottle of wine. You gotta age that a little bit,
Yeah, the world's not ready for that quite yet.
Gotcha.
Like James Cameron in Avatar, the technology does not exist for us to truly make our ideas a reality.
Magnum opus. Right
Yeah.
now.
Exactly.
What would you like if y'all named the next Pokemon game using this region? What would y'all's colors or names?
Using
wow,
this region?
that is such like the one we
The
came
region
up
you
with.
made. Yeah, it would be black and white, like Scarlet, XY.
Man.
Maybe each of you get one word. I'll do a countdown. First word in the head.
What is it? What's the
Oh,
story?
yeah,
It's
absolutely.
it's about heroes and time and that's kind of a big. But it's also about
Capitalism.
capitalism
And love and
unionizing
friendship. What the hell? That's awesome.
Not really unionizing.
It's I feel like it'd be Pokemon Spirit and Pokemon
power.
Power.
Power and
That's
Spirit.
perfect.
Ooh, actually, that's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pokemon Power and
See?
Pokemon Spirit.
There you go. Yeah, that's what I say. Each of you gets to pick one word for each of the games.
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Nate, I'm curious. Could you do a quick little breakdown of the Pokemon universe? Because for me, my little background, I'll say, is I got into Pokemon because my older brothers, and I stopped pretty much at Diamond Pearl. I was always more of a casual fan. I do I appreciate it. I like the world. It seems very intriguing, but I just don't have the time these days. So I was wondering if you could catch me up.
I forgot to mention that I'm also a Pokemon fan too, I guess. But
I guess.
No,
I only came up with half of the 136 new Pokemon. I'm only a casual fan, I guess.
He only drew all of them.
No, that's not true.
Nice, yeah.
Well, the final.
Oh, well, yeah, okay. But I also grew up on Pokemon. I think the very first one I got, it was either Crystal, and that's been my favorite game so far. Favorite Pokemon game.
Same, actually. That was my favorite
Crystal
too.
is awesome. I have very fond memories of like opening the package up and seeing the actual cartridge and being like, "Whoa, this shit is like clear. It's crystal." Like it was like a see-through plastic. It was cool. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Either that was my first game or like going to my grandpa's house and some fucking aunt that, you only see once in your life and a cousin that you only see once in your life, like I think they're
Hmm.
like, here's Pokemon Yellow. Like we're gonna get another one or something. And
We were using it as a
yeah,
cup
it was a
holder or like
coaster. A
a
cup
coaster.
holder.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
like lifting it up like and honestly, like it was just something where like I was immediately hooked. And after that I think I played every handheld damn near every handheld Pokemon game that came out. I've been a huge fan ever since, yeah.
Nice, nice.
Obviously, we fucking make our own. We made our own regions, so
Characters.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm curious to like see or hear more about it. Is there? It's
God.
not posted anywhere. It sounds like.
No.
no, it's
Oh, yeah.
that was a yeah. Gotta get to that.
We should do it now because originally it was going to be a tabletop, and so we had run a test session, a couple test sessions of it, and it just was not
Gotcha.
turning out the way we wanted it to, and so we're like, that's fine, we can just come back to it, and
Yeah.
now we both of us have like a little better view on exactly what we would want it to be, so I feel like we could come back to it and make it pretty slick.
Yeah. If
Well, you hear that, listeners? Give these two gents a follow, so maybe you can see the future Pokemons of the future.
Oh
we've been
yeah,
thinking
For was it Spirit and Power?
Spirit.
spirit and power. Yes.
We were even thinking like because the designs are also unique enough that if we ever wanted to turn it into an actual like tabletop,
Oh,
just have it be its own
yeah.
monster catching
Like Metazoo.
yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Meta pee pee poo
Meta
poo.
poop.
That'll be ours.
Ooh, yeah.
Nice,
Pokemon?
yes.
Poopamon, perfect.
Oh,
Jesus.
So yeah, Gymleadernate.
Catch your Pokemon in doo-doo feces
Yeah.
balls.
Gymleadernate. Can I call you Jim?
Can
Can I call you Leader?
leader.
Can we each call you a
actually,
different name?
Yeah, technically,
Leader.
you really would be leader
All right, leader.
if you're gonna shorten it.
You squeeze it right into
I
the
prefer it
center,
longer
that's
though,
why.
actually. Yeah.
Actually, they just call me
Yeah.
Durr around here.
Dur. All right, Dur.
Yeah, could you catch me up on the Pokemon lore in like a minute or two, you think?
Yeah. I grabbed a couple factoids just to like remind people where Pokemon's come from and just like how it's impacted the world. As the highest grossing media franchise ever, it has it's had a little bit of an effect. So, Pocket Monsters, as it was originally called, was first released in Japan in February of 1996. Originally based off of the childhood hobby of its creator. That was Satoshi Tajiri, who modeled it after catching, cataloging butterflies. That's what he did when he was a kid, and he wanted to get that same thrill for people, but in a magical world. So, the first two games to release were Red and Green version in Japan. So those are released only in Japan originally, and all of their original art done by the legendary illustrator Ken Sugimori. And later on, after those would have a lot of success upon their release, they would also be released in the U.S. That would be in, I think, the same year. And then it would release, 1 year later, and they would release as Red and Blue version in the U.S. After those first two games were released, they went on in the same year to also release their trading card game. A huge craze that had just started in America, being led by Wizards of the Coast. And Wizards of the Coast also picked up the Pokemon game and started printing their cards in America as well. And after this extremely booming year of both cards and game coming out, it was turned into a full-fledged show and anime in 1997. And this was after a couple of test runs of their manga.
Yeah.
Interestingly enough, the manga test runs, there was their main one, and then they did have a couple offshoots done by independent artists. Even their main one and the offshoots, honestly, all of them were weird. They were weird. They were crazy. They were not what we think of as Pokemon today. The main character in the main original starter manga had a talking Clefairy who talked in like a gruff, like grizzly voice and would pee on everything.
What the
and
fuck?
they would they would draw him with like a dick and balls. And that
like
Clefairy. Yeah, exactly. Like the little like Tanuki one that like in Japanese anime you'll see. Like,
why is that like
I
don't want to say if it's Japanese culture, but what does that mean, like trickster or like little like, oh, like he's got his balls out, like be weary of him.
If you,
well, I guess
if you think about it, we even to this day in the West, we say when someone is like especially bold and out there, we say that they've got huge balls.
I thought that we were gonna say they go balls out,
or they're being a dick.
Oh, yeah, true.
or
that. Just all
fair
these.
enough. Yeah.
I feel like all cultures think about testicles. Really,
the balls are definitely a signifier of what's going on with you.
It's important, because that's where we
mood.
store the piss. So, after the incredible debut of Pokemon and their Pokemon balls,
Pokeballs.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, precisely.
Since then, they have cascaded through with generations of games and cards and so many other things. There have now been 1,017 original Pokemon made. Actually, this does not even update for the new Pokemon that are coming out in the Pokemon DLCs as we speak, and those ones will bring it more to around like 10,000 or 1,025. There's been 122 total games within this franchise. The core games or their mainline games making up about 38 of them, and there has been over 13,178 individually designed Pokemon cards that have been released and printed to date. In addition to the 1,256 episodes of Pokemon anime, this franchise and this collection of media has been huge. And to be a fan of Pokemon means that you almost never run out of things to explore.
Shit to collect.
Yeah, by the time you make your way through something you never got around to because there's only so much time in the day, there's already 10 more things coming out.
Like skateboards.
I literally just received as a gift the Pokemon Santa Cruz crossover skateboard line.
It's pretty sick. I saw
and
it. Yeah. You get the Magikarp one too, and it's still pretty sick.
And it's still sick. And I'm gonna be honest, I eBayed that shit just because I was curious. I was just curious, and it's all running like $200 to $350 just for the Magikarp one. Yeah. And it's like the most apparently like the most common one of the most common you can get. So
really? Huh. Damn.
And on that note, Pokemon has now become a huge collector's world. Because of the public interest into Pokemon, it is so easy to make some money off of, investing in these Pokemon collectibles that are coming out. We saw a huge boom of that in the pandemic. Basically, during the pandemic, fueled by YouTube and stars like
the Pauls, I think.
The Paul brothers and
I think
other,
just a bunch of YouTubers.
Streamers. Yeah, a ton of streamers and YouTubers.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. They were doing the cards. That's why I was like trying to think. The Pauls did something.
And then Target.
Yeah, they were buying old packs and and boxes of cards and opening them on camera. So during that time, when we would try to get some Pokemon cards too, we would like go to, if you like went to Target, it would always just be gone. Yeah. There would be nothing.
In fact,
just completely
like a little peek behind the scenes. I used to work at Target. And it was like after the pandemic, or I guess, right after the pandemic. And they had to keep all the Pokemon cards locked away in the front.
Jeez.
That's permanent now.
Because it was...
I can imagine.
There was legit, like, violence. Like, people were getting violent. I think over in, like, SoCal, someone got shot at, like, a midnight release or something. Like... Yeah, people were going. They were having real life Pokemon battles.
Ooh.
Real life Pokemon battles for life
With
or
a
death.
knife. I use
Yeah.
gun.
Oh, it's
Weirdly enough, gun is always super effective. Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna ask, were the cards locked up next to like the detergents and the like, what is it, Tide Pods? Just, like,
Usually
the
now
those
they
are
now
free.
they keep them like behind customer service. It's
I'm
like
sure. Yeah.
literally nothing else is back there except for like
Yeah.
things
Online
like
orders,
returns and stuff.
returns, and Pokemon cards.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I go to Best Buy, whenever I've walked by, usually the back is where all the Pokemon stuff, like even if it's just like a calendar or some
Yeah.
shit, you're like, really?
Yeah, dude.
I don't-
Yeah. Walgreens,
But it's definitely, yeah.
they keep it behind the counter next to like the e-cigarettes.
Oh, cigarettes? Jeez.
It's a lucrative market.
It is. I'm also a big collector of Pokemon cards, and honestly, I was part of that craze because I dropped off of collecting Pokemon cards for a long time. And then when all that started again, I was like, oh, damn, other adults actually are still interested in collecting Pokemon cards? Can I just get back into it? And so I got all my old cards out, put them in hard
nice.
plastic to really protect them, got my whole kid collection reorganized and resorted. And I started buying them again because I'm just like, it's almost a curse, that fluctuation of people caring about it just made me dive right back in, and now I don't know if I'm ever gonna get out.
I will say that's one thing I think too. It's like I am a huge collector, but I collect like graphic novels or like scary movies or particular. So I'm like, that's why I think I'm also worried about I don't get in Pokemon, because it's like if I start, then I'm not gonna probably get out. Like I'm gonna be buried in cards. I'm gonna have to like be a fucking living in a house made of cards,
House of
Pokemon cards.
Oh man.
Yes,
Hey,
if
It's
just
you
like
know.
like,
that. It's like that with Magic the Gathering too.
I was gonna say, just like Kevin Spacey, our recurring, it's House of Cards, right?
character, our mascot.
Guy,
Yeah. Yeah, he's the mascot of this podcast. If you haven't figured
let's
out,
not say that again.
Is that official now? Are you going
it's
on
a cartoon
record?
version. A cartoon version, at least.
Sorry.
Or,
you mean who?
We're
let's
talking.
cut that out. Let's cut
We're
that.
talking about Spevin
Yeah, yeah.
Casey. My bad. Spevin.
Yeah,
Casey.
Spevin Casey. Yeah, sorry. Ooh, wrong one. Yeah. Actually, it's a different Kevin Spacey. This is a Norwegian guy. He's completely different. You know, he's does the luge.
Oh right. Sorry. Norwegian lugist Kevin Lacey.
What were we talking about?
Or Kevin
Yes.
Spacey.
Well, we're
Pokemon.
talking about Pokemon today.
What were we? What were we talking about before the last thing?
My only wrap up I would say is, as after all these things and Pokemon coming out and all these cards and this crazy amount of sheer media hitting the market, where we have come to now is a company that a franchise that's worth $105 billion. And that was their average revenue from the last couple of years. Per year they make about $105 billion.
Damn.
And they're currently in their 10th generation of installments with their current games, Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet, which have just received... Sorry, 9th. Yes, 9th generation. And which have just received their first DLC.
Oh, how is it?
Gotcha. And how? Yeah, I was gonna ask how. Was
It's pretty mediocre so
Yeah.
far. Admittedly for... the burden of knowledge, having played like every Pokemon thing that's come out, it's sometimes it's stiff competition, but when compared to some of their highlights.
Yeah.
But
Legit, the last game, Arceus, was so much better than Scarlet and Violet, in my opinion. Like,
it really
Really?
was. It was quite. Honestly, the previous regular mainline or the previous gen before that, Sword and Shield. So far, I think I like Sword and Shield better than Scarlet and Violet too.
Damn.
But I was always very unique in that. A lot of people really, really hated on Sword and Shield when it came out.
Damn.
And but I was always like, I started like kind of meh on it, but then I ended up putting so many hours into it that I was like, never mind, this is a great game. And I'm hoping the same thing happens with Scarlet and Violet, especially with the DLC coming out. Like, I'm gonna try and see if I'm still interested in it, but like, luckily at the end of the day, there's another part of Pokemon I didn't really touch on. There's also the huge community of people who make their own custom Pokemon
Yeah.
games, also known as ROM
Mhm.
hacks.
Yes.
So
Those are pretty cool.
Those are awesome. So people will take these, digital versions of the cartridge games, and they'll recode them in order to make them to their specifications and re-upload them online, all completely free, because
Yeah.
no one
It's-
can make any profit
It's
off
for
of
the
this
fans.
because it has to. It's for the fans,
Fans.
and yeah, so it's pretty great because basically whenever I get tired of playing the Pokemon mainline games, I'll just find another ROM hack, and I'll find another original
plethora.
Pokemon game. There's so
Yeah.
many. You could just keep playing them end to end and do nothing except for like sleep, eat, and play Pokemon, and you'll just never get through them.
I think the one I saw that I like the most, or is most intriguing, is the one where you fuse the Pokemon.
Yeah, that one was
Um,
fun.
That one looks pretty sick.
That game is one of the most impressive things I have seen in a long time. That is a community effort from hundreds of people creating custom sprites in order to create fusions for every single combination of Pokemon. And
Hey, that's a lot, Jesus.
The amount of work that has gone to that game because of the fact that they made it so that it was a publicly submittable form. Like they just had a form that you could just be like, submit your image to here, describe it and help us out, and then send it in, and we're gonna upload it to the website, and we're gonna add it to the database. And even now, when you try to download and play that game, it's huge. It's a huge file.
Because it's like 1,000 times 1,000 or something, to the 1,000th power or something, right?
Yeah,
like
exactly.
more.
Yeah.
Like it. Well, that's
character
and on top of that, if something doesn't have a custom sprite made for it, they've even made an interim kind of algorithm, where it'll take the face, the hands from one thing, and then the body from another thing, and then it'll just
make you
kind of combine the colors and just make you a fusion. And
Jesus, damn, that's cool.
Some of them look really dumb, really wacky, but it's for an automatically generated thing on a Game Boy based
free deal
game.
ROM.
Is insane.
That's very. I feel like a lot of the best features in video games are often done by fan games or these people that just basically. There's no oversight, indies, I guess, too. But
directly to the feedback of the fans, fans listening to fans.
Funny enough,
they have a cool idea.
You will see.
They have a cool idea that doesn't get messed with.
Well, that's the thing is that's funny enough. You will sometimes throughout the history of Pokemon, this has happened a lot of several times to me, where you will find a ROM hack, you'll play it, and you'll be like, wow, they added a lot of really cool quality of life improvements in this ROM hack. And then 3 years later, a Pokemon game will finally come out. They'll finally introduce all of those quality of life improvements, and they're exactly designed the way they were in the ROM hack.
They were.
And you're like, interesting. I guess the fact that this got hundreds of thousands of downloads got your guys' attention.
People like that one more than your buggy mess of a game.
Exactly. It's and then sometimes it's the reverse too. Sometimes the Pokemon games will come out with an optimization that no one in the ROM hacking community tried to do.
Yeah.
And then when it came out in the new game, they're like, oh yeah, I guess we could just do it like that, huh? Accessing your boxes from anywhere instead of having to go to a Pokemon Center. That came out in the mainline Pokemon game,
same.
and then
I also thought of that.
Everyone was like, "Oh shit, we could totally add that to Game Boy, to the Game Boy programs. That's not hard to do at all. We can literally just trigger the Pokemon sequence wherever we are. It's literally easier than in the newer games." And then that started popping up in all the new ROM hacks, and because so many people are dedicated to these ROM hacks, there's people who they get live support. They get updates. And so, the one called Radical Red,
consistently,
that consistently gets updates. They constantly are changing it. It's completely different from what I play now. And Radical Red is Fire Red. Only you are playing through with all 9 generations of Pokemon intermixed within Radical Red. All of the enemies are scaled enemies, so they're all based off of your Pokemon's levels. So you can't over level things. You can't just spike one thing super powerful and light through the game, because if whatever the highest level is of your party, that's what all their levels are based on. So gym leaders are always going to be a higher level than you. And
Oh, nice.
and then like in addition to that, they add they add characters. They literally took a bunch of like rival characters and gym leaders from other places in other games, and they threw them in as custom like events within the world, and they like redid the story of like Fire Red, and like made it like just
with like the
smoother.
lore of, yeah, or with like all the characters of Pokemon's.
Yeah, that's the other thing about Pokemon. Its lore is actually quite deep, almost like, kind of like to a silly point.
Weirdly.
Because you don't expect it
Yeah.
to be so deep as a
first
kid's
two-
game. You know,
The first two gens are pretty like straightforward, I feel, and then I think probably after that is when it starts getting a little bit more. I mean, and for me, like that's part of the why. Like I think with Diamond and Pearl, I kind of dropped off because I was like, it is again like very like plot heavy, and I'm kind of like just trying to catch my monsters and battle them and trade with my friends.
yeah. A lot of people share that opinion. Actually, a lot of people when they were playing it kind of dropped off because it started being about like world-ending events and like.
Mm.
You know, Gen 3 had the weather, the weather crises that were caused
The
by
other
Climate
three.
change.
yeah, and then
Kroger, Gordon, and
And
Rayquaza.
Rayquaza.
the last one's just
Yeah.
correct. Okay.
Yeah. I know my Pokemon.
Oh my god. Oh, I can't wait to use Gordon.
Gordon.
On my next playthrough. I choose you, Gordon.
It's fucking rotten. It's his like cry.
Yep. And then Kroger is just like a hillbilly outside of a Kroger with like a shopping bag. You better not touch that peanut butter. I'll give you something to cry about. I swear to God.
Yep, best place to get your groceries.
Yeah.
Oh, here, I want to trick too. I want to trick.
Okay.
Tell you what.
Yeah, that was really good. I'm not gonna lie, that was pretty good.
Yeah.
Only critique,
Alright.
not enough aspirate H on the word
What?
what.
Damn.
Well, hot damn, Gymleadernate. Thanks for the. That's a. You know a lot, and
I've picked up a little
I
bit.
would. Yeah, just a little. So, as the residential non-Pokemon player, I actually developed, which was fun but also a little difficult. I developed a little like trivia game, and I thought it may be kind of fun to battle of
Ripping
wits
us off.
between Gib and
Ripping us
Gymleadernate.
off. We talk about how we develop a game, and all of a sudden you have a game.
You're coming up with
Yeah.
games. Wow.
I made my own Pokemon,
Okay.
and no. But I don't. I was trying to come up with a name. Like I was trying to think of like Poke Jeopardy, like Poke. Poke, but I couldn't really. I don't know.
Jeopokeardy is pretty good.
You want to Jeopokeardymon. That's what we'll call it. So, welcome to Jeopokeardymon. Yes. So, all right. I am your host, Dala. I'm here. I have in front of me 4 categories of different types of game styles that we can go
What
through.
about
Where
the contestants?
I'm getting there. Where our 2 contestants, who I will be introducing right now, can battle of wits to see who's really the biggest Pokemon master. So let's go in this corner and introduce yourself, Mr. Contestant over here.
What? Where am I? How did you drag me here?
Hey, hi.
Like Burt Wonderstone.
Yeah. That'd be the greatest game show ever if all the contestants didn't know they were about to be on a game show. And they just
Yeah.
showed up. They just showed
People
up.
at work that get drugged, and then all of a sudden they're at a game show. It's like, you're on a game show, and that's the game show.
That's
Real quick, Gib.
welcome
Do you
Sorry.
Gib? Do you remember the game show from Sorry to Bother You?
Beat
Oh
me
my
the
God.
fuck
Do you
up or something. It's, what was it?
It's I got the shit kicked out of me.
Yeah.
I got the
Yeah.
shit.
I just
Or
got the
something like
shit
that.
kicked
It's so
out of
fucking
me.
stupid. Yeah, it's so good.
movie.
But yeah, so contestant number 1, can you tell us about yourself? Well, what's your name, your height, your ASL?
Okay. Yeah, Gymleadernate, 9'9", 14 inches.
Nice. I like the cut of this guy's jib.
It's it ain't cut. No, sorry.
All right.
And I'm here to dominate, Pat.
Ooh, all right. I like this. All right, now let's go over to this corner.
You're gonna
Contestant
be my
number
Pat
2.
Sajak.
All right, Regis.
Yes.
Well,
So, my name is Pat Regis, so you are correct.
You got it, Howie.
all right.
Yeah, contestant number 2, ASL.
Yeah, so I'm Gibbleding. I like long walks on the beach. I don't like people that talk about themselves too much. And if you buy me chocolate, who knows where the date will go?
I put out.
All right. Well, I gotta tell you something, Gibbleding. I love talking about myself, and I got plenty of chocolate.
That's what's the game?
All right. Yeah. So.
Ow, 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 ow.
All right. We'll start off. I got my my MetaZoo coin. Let me grab that real quick. Let me just get that bag. Where's my? Yes. Come on.
I should have ended my brief history of Pokemon with talking about how MetaZoo is now taking
successor.
over the landscape.
Yes.
It is meta.
All right. Let's see. Gymleadernate, since you're the guest, you want to call it heads or tails?
Oh, yeah.
Or shall I say MetaZoo or the MetaZoo creature?
The creature. Yeah, give me Scrunkle McFunkledunk.
Give me MetaZoo then.
Ooh. Looks like Gib will be choosing from the first categories. Yeah. All right. So we have 4 categories for you to choose from, Gib. Each category is a different style of game. So for the first one, I'll read through the categories, give a little explanation, and then let you pick which one. So we have the first category, which I call Dex Saving Throw.
Okay.
Basically, this one, I will read to you a Dex entry from a Pokemon, and the contestants will buzz in to take their guess on which Pokemon that is describing. So that's Dex Saving Throw. Next category, Stop Your Poke Crying, as we call it. This category, contestants will choose a generation, and then I will play 3 Pokemon cries, and the contestants will buzz in again to take their best guess.
Oh, man.
So that is Stop Your Poke Crying.
I'm about to go
third
from Pokemon expert to fraud real fast.
I don't know. We'll see. And then we have Pokegory, which is a name off of categories, where
Wait, so aren't all of these
basically we'll go through. Basically, but these ones particularly is like the game category. You dingus.
Okay. Excuse
you
me.
Fucking dingus.
Excuse me. It's Pokegory.
Peggurry.
Jeopokeardymon.
Yes.
It's,
Mon. Yeah, don't forget the Mon. TM.
With its with its pregrities.
I'm not gonna explain Pokegory because if you don't know categories, apparently you're a
don't.
pleb. And then the
Wait,
last
no, explain
category,
it.
which I call Pokegory, is basically I will say like a criteria, and then each contestant will take turns going back and forth and naming something in that category until no one can name anything, and then person will earn points.
Okay.
The last of the 4 categories is I call it Pum Actuallymon, as I stole it from the game show Actually. Essentially, I'll show you a statement which is mostly true, but there's one bit of information within that statement that has been changed or wrong, and then the contestants will buzz in and take their best guess. So, actually, before we jump into the Gibbleding, you do have the board, but before we go into that, I do want to hear each person's, let's say Gib and Jim, if you were Pokemon, what would be your entry cry? Well, what sound? Would you say your name? Would you screech?
No, I feel...
All right.
Mine would be, I would like to, I think if I was like in the wild and like, I was like doing my business, like trying to like just like exist as like a pogo man. And someone like just like ran up on me and was like, "It's battling time!" and like threw a fucking Pokeball at me. I feel like my cry would be more like a,
a panic.
All right.
It's like
So-
your sprite. It's your back to the trainer. And you're just looking over your shoulder, like, oh,
Yeah, it's
So,
mostly just
contestants.
shock.
oh my goodness.
Contestants, those cries that you've just made are now technically you're buzzing in. That's the sound you will make whenever you want to buzz in to answer.
God, I hate that shit.
Oh my god.
All right. So, Gibbelding, you have control of the board. Which of the 4 categories would you like to start with? And we'll go through the whole category, the whole game, whichever one you pick.
I'll take the dex entries for 500.
All right. Dex entries for 500. I don't know what that means, but... So I will be reading a Pokemon Dex. I will say, as not the regional Pokemon master in this Zoom, I may be fucking wrong with some of this, or I might in some of the questions. So feel free if I am wrong. But these Dexes actually should be fine. All right. So, Gibbelding, since you picked Dex, I will let Gymleadernate actually pick what generation. So we have 3 Dexes per generation. Which generation would you like to start off with? Ending with all 9 generations.
I'm gonna go. Let's
Any day now.
Let's start on a good note. Let's start Gen 1.
Gen 1.
Let's start.
All right.
Start with the classic.
Gotcha. All right. So, and remember, you make your cries when you wanna puzz in to answer. All right. It remembers every dream it eats. It rarely eats the dreams of adults.
Alright,
That was Gib.
Yeah.
What was?
I believe it's gonna be Hypno.
That is
No!
incorrect. I am sorry.
Ooh,
Team
can I
leader
guess?
Nate.
Just
Can I
give
guess?
it to
Yes. Would
Nate.
you like to still?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's gonna be Drowsy.
Yes,
Whatever.
that is correct.
That was a coin flip.
Yeah.
Although
I will say
unless
each-
the rest of it talks about a pendulum of
Yeah.
some sort.
So the way the points will work in this game is if you get it right, if the first guess is right, then it is 2 points. But if someone steals it after initial guess, it will become 1 point.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
It doesn't
Yeah.
make sense. Can you
Okay.
say like 2 more?
All right. So the way the points will work in this game is if you get it right, if the first guess is right, then it is 2 points. But if someone steals it after initial guess, it will become 1 point. If that makes sense. Yeah. So what I'll do is in editing, I'll just cut that and paste it twice.
Thank
Oh, do you actually really want me to? All right. Next,
you can explain
in
it to
J-
recording me. That's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah. Yes. Perfect. All right, contestants. Here's Dex entry number 2 from Generation 1. It likes cheese, nuts, fruits, and berries. It also comes out into open fields to steal food from stupid travelers. That is Gym Leader Nate.
Rattata.
Damn it!
That is 2 points for Gym Leader Nate over here. Ooh, smoking the board. Sir, can you stop smoking on the board, please?
Sorry.
Thank you.
Sorry, ripping clouds, bro.
Nice.
I appreciate that you sucked in the clouds that you ripped, though.
Yeah,
Appreciate
he's
that.
Pokey.
All right.
Vape Pokemon.
Vapimon?
Pokaping.
Pokebong?
No. Vape.
Dex entry number 3. With a free and uncaring nature, it doesn't mind if pieces break off while it rolls down mountains.
Oh,
Dang.
I'll give that to Gib. I think that was pretty close.
is it a Geodude?
Ooh,
Oh my
sorry.
God.
You're off.
Okay. With a free and uncaring nature, it doesn't. So then
Yeah.
I would then have to guess Graveler.
That is correct. You were so close, Gib. I'm
I
sorry.
know.
I almost wanted to give those to you.
Oh my god. Okay.
All right. So, it looks like we'll give Gib the next choice in generation for the next. So, we've done all of Generation 1. So, 2 to 9 are left.
Gotcha, bitch. We're doing Gen 2.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Gen 2, first Dex entry. During the deserted morning hours, it comes to shore where it deftly uses its trunk to take a shower.
Huh.
Nate.
Fampy?
It is Fampy.
Let's go. I was like,
So far,
I was blanking for a second. I was like, fuck, elephant in Gen 2?
Yeah,
What
I
the
was
fuck?
thinking of. I almost thought of whatchamacallit, the octopus one, octillery. Because it has a kind of has.
It does have a bit of a.
trunk.
It has like a
It's like
snout.
weird-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, go on.
All right. Dex entry 2. It was created by humans using the power of science.
Huh.
It has been. That is Nate.
Yeah. Humans with the power of science. Ditto.
Sorry.
Oh shit.
So, it was created by humans using the power of science. It has been given artificial intelligence that enables it to learn new. I think that is
P2, baby.
Gibble. Yep, that is Polygon 2 for the still.
Haha, you suck.
All
You
right,
suck, Jim.
last one on Gen 2. Dex entry is when it bites with its massive and powerful jaws, it shakes its head and savagely tears its victim up.
Oh dang it.
That is
Gramble.
Gib. Gramble? Ooh, I'm sorry. That is incorrect. That's
Okay.
let me know if you want me to reread any of the Dex
Shit,
entry.
well,
Yeah,
damn, on
please.
you then.
You can guess too, Gib, if you want to take a second guess. But all right, ready?
I know.
When it bites,
Yeah, go ahead.
when it bites with its massive and powerful jaws, it shakes its head and savagely tears its victim up.
Haha. Yeah. Okay. It's gonna be Croconaw.
Close, but I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to say the answer for this one is for alligator.
For alligator. Dang.
Yeah. All right, we'll jump back to Gymleadernate for the next generation. So we've done 1 and 2.
You know what? Let's mix it up. Let's get a little fun in this. Let's do Gen 6.
6. Okay.
Yeah. Woof.
All right, I don't get this reference, but let's get it's going.
That's
All right,
the
Gen
reference
6.
is that I don't know what I don't think I'm gonna.
Oh, okay. Fair. Gen 6. Thought to be one of the first Pokemon to live in harmony with humans, it has a placid disposition.
You said
Thought to be one of the first Pokemon to live in harmony with humans, it has a placid disposition.
Oh yeah. Oh, damn it! I want my guess. I have my guess now. But go ahead.
I want to say
Mhm.
Audino.
No, that is incorrect. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna guess Lillipup.
Ooh, I'm sorry. That is also incorrect.
Dang.
The answer for this one is Skidoo.
Oh,
Skiddo.
yeah. Sheesh, dude.
That's a hard one. Holy shit.
All right. Dex entry number 2. The more it... Oh, and if I say any blanks, that is because I redacted the Pokemon's name.
That makes sense.
The more a blank trains its body and spirit by battling mighty enemies, the hotter its mane will grow. That is Gib.
You said the hotter its mane will grow?
Yes.
Damn it.
We're going to need an answer.
I have my guess.
Oh, no, I actually got it. It's,
It's like 5 hours of this.
Emborg.
Oh, no, that is incorrect.
I think I know it.
Yeah. Go on, Nate.
Pyroar.
No, that is incorrect. I have Litleo.
The baby.
God damn it. That's the baby version of Pyroar. Damn.
Gotcha. Figured.
Shit.
All right, Dex. Wow, we're 0 for 0 on this one. Gen 6 really fucking sucks. All right, ready for Dex entry number 3 from Gen 6 contestants?
Yes.
I hope so.
I think I'm tuned in.
All right. Blank, blank, the scale Pokemon, blank, are skillfully able to find a source of water. It has been said that you'll find a spring if you follow a blank. A lot of blanks in this one. This Pokemon's names all over this damn place.
Huh.
That is Nate.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try. And I'm going to say, oh god, I'm blanking. I literally am picturing it and I can't think of its name.
What the fuck? You follow it, it takes you to water?
It takes you to water.
Yeah. So we're gonna need an answer from a.
I can't think of the name of the thing I'm thinking of, so I'm just gonna say something else.
Meowth.
Axew. I don't know.
Yeah, I am sorry. That is
That's
incorrect,
okay.
as you probably figured.
Man,
What's Gen
that thing's
6
name?
again? That is
it's X and Y.
X and Y.
X and Y. Kalos.
So,
Deerling?
no, well, was there a buzz in? Gib?
Deerling?
No, I'm sorry. That was incorrect.
Something with
I'm
scales.
a stickler for the rules. So, yeah, I'll read it again. Blank, the scale Pokemon, period. Blank are skillfully able to find a source of water, period. It has been said that you'll find a spring if you follow a blank. I will give you a little hint that I think this one, if I remember correctly, was actually from the anime.
Oh,
from the anime.
no, this description's from the anime.
This Dex is from the anime.
Oh.
Like, this is what Dexter said when they pulled it out and looked at that Pokemon. Uh-huh.
What does it look like?
It has scales, and it likes water.
What about the color? What's the color on this?
Many colors, actually.
Milotic.
No.
No.
It's Gen
Nope,
6.
I am sorry. The answer for this one is Vivillon.
Wow.
You
Vivillon.
know, I was thinking of Luminion though, but I didn't know the other one.
Yeah, I would never have
All
guessed
right.
Vivillon. Or, sorry, Vivion. Is how
Vivian.
Vivillon.
Yeah, it's based off of Papillon, which is French for butterfly.
Villian. Well, it looks like you lost $1 billion. No. All right, I think
Pavilion
we have
respect points.
we have time for one more generation in this category, and I believe Gibbelding is it? Do you have the?
I do
You're the one to
believe,
pick,
yeah.
I think, correct?
Yeah, it's let's do Gen 9.
Gen 9. All right,
Yeah,
the
most recent.
newest one.
Let's do Riso.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
So, sorry.
Yeah.
After all its muscles were stimulated by the toxic chain around its neck, blank that is Gib.
Okie dokie.
Yes, that is correct.
I wasn't even
for
thinking
2
about the new
points.
ones. I was literally like, what the fuck? I was not thinking about the ones that just came out.
All right, next one. It uses its normally folded third set of legs
Haha.
when in showdown mode. That is Nate.
Oh shit! Now I have to guess which one it is though, because there's two that have the folded legs. Shit.
50-50, I guess.
It's 50-50. Low kicks.
That is
Oh,
correct.
thank
Ring a ding.
Oh,
All right. Third and final for this category for Dex saving throw. Thanks to a behavior of theirs known as synchronizing, an entire flock of these Pokemon can attack simultaneously in perfect harmony.
oh damn.
I think that is a
Yeah,
Gib.
Gib.
Yes, that is correct. Ring a ding.
Wait, what did you say?
Woo!
Flamigo.
Flamigo. Yep.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
All right.
Caught up at the end.
So let's-
At least a little bit.
Well, let's
Probably.
Jana, can you give the score?
Yeah. So we have Nate currently with 8 points. And
Janet,
Gib,
can you give the score? Yeah.
and Gib has titular 5 points so far.
Thank you, Janet. Sorry, they're making fun of you. I know, I'm sorry, but
I love the breathing
All right.
room that you give Janet.
hey, I mean, she's on the show too, man.
Yeah.
She'll make a big
dedicated part of
appearance
the
here and
team.
there. Yeah. All right, so because Gib, you picked the Dex saving throw category, I will throw it to Gymleadernate to pick the next category. So, the 3 categories we have left are Stop Your Pokey Crying, Pokegory, and Pump Actuallymon.
Let's do actually, mod.
Pump Actuallymon. All right. All right, so welcome to Pump Actuallymon, where we will be sharing a statement with you, and you would puzz in or do your Pokey Cry in to answer to find what is incorrect regarding the statement.
Okay.
So, let's go with the first one. So, in Generation 2 games, there's a trainer on Route 14 named Pokefan Alex, whose team comprises of Pokemon all with the word King. That is a Gib?
No, this guy doesn't exist.
Sorry, that is incorrect.
What?
So, Pokefan Alex, who is comprises of Pokemon all with the word King in their names. In the American version, he has a Sea King, Nidoking, and Slow King. However, in the Japanese version, he has a Magikarp, who was replaced by Sea King.
So
one thing in this statement is incorrect. Is that...
One thing in this statement's incorrect. Well, the route is incorrect.
Correct.
Let's go.
Do you? It is actually Route 13. Fun fact that the Magikarp's name in Japan is Koi King, so that is still him having Pokemon with the word King is still consistent.
Fair.
So that is 2 points for Nate. All right, next one. Pokemon Sword and Shield are primarily paired are the primary paired version of Generation X, or X8, coming out for the Nintendo Switch. These games were the first in the core series to receive an expansion pass, feature a Dark-type gym, and start with an introduction from an antagonist. Features not returning from other core games include a Victory Road, Ace Trainers, notable fighting-type or electric-type specialists, a Pokemon Academy, or a game mascot appearing on the title screen by default. One of these bits of info is incorrect. That is Nate.
I believe it's the game mascot doesn't appear on the title screen by default.
That is incorrect.
Oh shit! 'Cause I thought it was an.
According to Bulbapedia.
That's fair.
I will say all these were taken from Bulbapedia, so if anything's wrong, blame them, not me. Go burn down their houses. That is Gib? Yeah.
So is it the fact that it says that these games are coming out, and not that the fact that these games already came out?
No. Good find. I will edit that. If there's any spelling errors, then my bad. I typed this really quick. I will give you a point. I'll give you 1 point if no one can find the real.
I think that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh well, the Ace Trainers part is what's not. I want to say that Ace Trainers were.
That is incorrect.
I think I figured it out.
Yeah. We'll do one last one. Nate.
It says features not returning from other core games, but there is a notable fighting type specialist in the game. B, the fighting type trainer, or gym leader.
Could you get a little? You're on the right track. Can you get a little bit?
Well,
I want to see if you can get more close.
Well, I mean, she's a notable fighting type trainer. It's just she's only in one of the games, not both.
Yep, you got that correct. So there was a fighting type specialist in the Shield version only.
Yeah.
So that I will give you the 2 points, Nate, and I'll give you Gib 1 point for, finding my errors, keeping me on track.
Nice.
All right. Each new generation of Pokemon is touted with introducing a plethora of new Pokemon. From Generation 6, which added a measly 72 new Pokemon, to the first generation, which added the most new Pokemon with a total of 151, all accumulating to equal 1,008 Pokemon total as of the time I wrote this.
Yep.
Okay.
And even more have
there
come
might
out
be
since.
some. Yes, there may be more. So what is the inconsistency here, gentlemen?
Well, other than the total Pokemon, right? Because
yes. I will say that that part is correct because when I typed this, yes.
I think. Okay, so I don't think, or
Yes, good.
buzz.
Thanks for buzzing in.
Was it X and Y? X and Y was the New York one. That.
No.
I think.
Let him cook.
I don't think that it was Generation 6 that had 72 new Pokemon.
No, you are incorrect.
Fuck.
Last round, last guesses.
Um,
Remember, there's no negative points. so
yeah.
take free shots out of this too.
I'm gonna guess that the first generation wasn't the highest amount of new Pokemon.
That is correct. Generation 5 introduced 156 Pokemon.
There it
Damn,
is.
that's
So-
what I thought.
Just a few more.
Oh,
All right,
man.
gentlemen, we'll do 2 more questions from the Pum Actually Mon category.
Okay.
You ready? What is a Pokemon game without the Pokeball used to catch the titular Pokemon? In the first generation of games, Pokeballs the players could utilize include the Great Ball, Ultra Ball, and Master Ball. Future generations included new Pokeballs for the players to use, including Gen 2's Fastball and Heavy Ball, Gen 4's Heal Ball and Dream Ball, and Generation 8's Wing Ball and Jet. That is Nate.
I believe that the Dream Ball is from Gen 5.
Yeah, that is 100% correct. Woo!
That's made for catching Musharna.
Ah, nice. Your like knowledge is catching Janet's attention over there. I can see her eyeing you. And saunterly. All right. Last question for this.
Get away from me.
All right. Pokken Tournament, developed by Bandai Namco, is a fighting game released in 2015 as the first Pokemon game on the Wii U. The game allows players to choose from a roster including Charizard, Pikachu, Libre, Sisuqueen,
Suicune.
Sisuqueen, and Chandelure. Additional support Pokemon can be utilized include Diglett, Lapras, and Yvette. That is Nate.
It was not the first Pokemon game on Wii U.
That is correct. Do you know what the first Wii U Pokemon game is?
Pokepark?
Yeah, probably.
No.
Oh, damn.
It was Pokemon Rumble U is the first Wii U game.
U.
Yes. But that gives you 2 more points, my good friend. All right. So now let's Janet, can we get another countdown on the scores real quick?
Yeah, so Nate, the sexy Nate over there has, let's see, 15, 16, 17, 18. And Gib over here only has a sultry 6. But, you know, I'm still rooting for him too.
Sultry 6?
A sultry 6.
Yeah.
Sultry 6. All right. I believe.
Spider-Man's sexiest villains right there.
Yep.
Yes.
They're the normal villains. They're just all like in thongs. Green Goblin too.
All right, Gib. How you doing over here? Let's check in with our contestants.
I'm
How
doing
you feeling?
amazing, Regis. I'm doing just fine.
Nice.
Me and
I
my
feel like
5
I'm
points
watching.
are hanging out.
I feel like I'm watching like an actual Pokemon battle going on over here. You know,
It's intense.
pretty intense.
Yeah.
You know, you going against the gym leader and all. What's your strategy for this next half?
To try not to lose, Regis.
All right. And let's go check in with over here with the gym leader Nate. How's it over here?
Oh, I'm doing great. You know, we're sitting right on top, right where I expected to be. You know, we're
Nice,
just gonna
nice.
keep crushing it. You know, keep stomping.
Yeah, not a beat of sweat on you. I gotta say,
Yeah,
the other guy
only
was
in my ass
ooh,
crack, and that's just the normal amount.
Yeah.
I just want to go on
Yes,
the record
yes.
and say I'm not sweating. Okay. I just want to say
Not
Uh,
even
very cool
your
where
ass
I'm at.
crack, but not
my
even
ass. Not even.
lies.
I have fans
Judges,
falling on me
let's-
everywhere.
Let's get someone to check in that ass crack, and while
Yeah.
we do that, Gib, you have control of the board. What next category? So we have Stop Your Poke Crying and Pokegories left.
Let's do Pokegories.
All right.
This
So,
is gonna be the one I'm the best at.
So the way this one works is I will give you kind of a qualifier, and I want you, we'll start with. Actually, Gib, do you want to start, or do you want Gymleadernate to start for this first one?
Let's have Nate start.
Okay, all right.
All right. So we will go back and forth, and each person will have to name a Pokemon within that category until no one can name any others. And whoever named the last Pokemon will earn 2 points.
Okay.
All right, you ready?
Okay.
So, Gym Leader Nate, let's start naming Pokemon that start with the letter G.
All right.
And no repeats.
Ghastly,
Gibble.
Gengar,
Garchomp.
Gabite,
Grookey.
Gligar,
Glysaur.
Girafarig,
Grimer.
Five, 4, 3, 2,
Gyarados.
1.
I got it. I got it. I got it.
Okay. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Gramble.
Ooh.
Dang. Okay. Geodude,
Graveler.
Golem,
Oh no. Giratina.
oh man, Grafaiai,
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1,
No.
0.
Oh my god. I had one more. I had
Oh,
one
good.
more in the chamber.
Jeez.
Growlithe, but that was
Dude,
Good
that
one.
was
Good one.
good.
That went a lot longer than I expected.
Ooh, that was.
There's a lot of
hard.
me counting. I will say this whole time, every time you guys start, I would start. All right, 15, 14, 15, 15, 14. Like in my
Oh
mind.
my god, there's so many. There's so many.
Yeah. It started off with that easy one. All right, let's make it a little bit more. Well, I was gonna do. How about water dark types?
Specifically, that are both water dark.
Water. Yep, both.
Okay. Then I would say first would be Greninja.
Garchomp. Oh no, not Garchomp. Sharpedo.
Crawdaunt.
Crawdon. Yeah, so I'm probably wrong already. So is that it?
Is there a fourth? Or is there only 3? Well,
5, 4. Oh, was that one?
no, sorry, I was.
Ogerpon, I think.
Ah.
Right? No, not Ogerpon's Ghost.
Well, I was gonna say that was the time.
Yeah,
Okay.
So I would give that to Gib. All right.
I think most likely.
Shall
I
we?
think Carvana also
Mhm.
is water dark.
I think that one might just be. No, it might be.
I think he's water dark. Yeah.
So we just got this note from the judges, and they said, "God damn, these guys are fucking nerds." I don't know what that's about, but
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
All right.
Were those the only 3?
yeah. There's more, but I think we'll keep it with that, like you said. All right, contestants. So we've done 3 of the categories, and actually, let's actually Janet, tell me the scores.
So we have Gym Leader Nate with 20, and we have Gib with 8. So it's a
Hell yeah.
pretty close game. Pretty close, you know.
Yeah, that does sound relatively close. If I don't know if you're bad at math.
Lean by nose.
But- All right, gentlemen, we're almost at the end of our show. And I do know we do have a Pokemon category, Stop Your Poke Crying, but I think we'll have to save that for another day for right now I do have a 5th secret category. So this one, contestants can buzz in or do their pokey cries. But both contestants will have an opportunity to provide responses. So I'm calling this one. This category is called Nokidom TM. This is some Pokemons that I have created. Some dumb ideas essentially. I will give you the name, and essentially your job is to tell me as much information as best as you can. How close? Tell me as much information as far as like what type of Pokemon it is, what it's based off of, what it looks like maybe.
Okay.
And whoever's closest without going over will receive, actually for this bonus round, 5 points per Nokidom that is closest. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
First Nokidom. So, first one is Flame Toys. That is Nate.
Yeah.
Nate, you want to go first with your?
Yeah. Flamtoys is it's obviously Flamtoys. He flambés things, so he's a chef tortoise. His shell is a pot, or a skillet, like a big skillet that he cooks things in, and he's real hot. And he lies around in amongst other hot coals, and he cooks things and flambés them on his shell to eat them when they're the right temperature, because he hates raw food. That is Flamtoys.
And what type was or types is Flamtoys?
Very obviously, he's going to be Fire Fairy.
Fire Fairy. All right. Gib, would you like to give your rebuttal?
Yeah, I think Flam is very much flamboyant. I think this is going to be an openly flamboyant, openly gay turtle Pokemon. Maybe there's going to be yeah, maybe this is a bad bit, but yeah, I think it's probably going to be that, something close to that, maybe a bad bit.
And what type of Pokemon is this, or types?
I'm going to have to say Fairy Fire as well.
Fairy Fire. All right. Let's see what the definition I typed in for Flamtoys. These Blastoise Pokemon are a shade of purple due to their unique type combination. From one pump, they are able to emit high-pressure water blasts, while from the other pump, they fire a blazing hot fire blast. Just don't forget which pump is which. These are a fire-water type.
Okay.
I just kind of wanted something that was a mix of each. I think I will give Gymleadernate those points because he did get the turtle part correct, and
No, we both said it was a turtle.
But I think you said it first.
I did.
That's how people going first.
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
You want to puzz in quick?
I would say we're both wrong.
That's the nature of the game. Yeah, but who's the most right? I think who's the most right is the one that's maybe a cooking turtle, because you need water and fire for cooking in some instances, where a gay turtle is a little bit different.
Okay, all right.
You're closest. All right, we have Frisbee-rat.
Huh.
I think that was Nate.
Frisbee-rat. It sounds like he plays a frisbee, and he's actually a fighting type who looks just like Borat. This is the Borat Pokemon. His cry is "my wife," and he looks like a little scrunkly dude in a unikini, and
Gotcha.
That's right.
and and he has a frisbees.
Frisbees, okay.
Yeah, he'd be mono fighting type, like just fighting type.
Just fighting. Gotcha. All right, Gib. Any rebuttal for that one?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say it's a normal flying type. It's almost like a flying squirrel, but it's a rat. But it's something that like the kids use. It's a Pokemon the kids use as a frisbee.
Is the frisbee?
So it's just like a rat that it's a rat that'll scurry along the floor and like pick up nuts and berries and shit. And then kids will be like, "Hey guys, look, it's a frisbee rat." And then they'll pick it up, and what they'll do is they'll smash it flat, and then they'll chuck it.
Chuck it? I almost want to say that's from something too. Funny
Turns
enough,
out those are just ordinary
Oh, yeah.
squirrels.
that's from Kung Pao. I just
Yeah,
realized.
it's like Kung Pao, basically. Yeah, the
Yeah,
like
like
Kung
shape,
Pao.
yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Gib, I do want to give you. You get those 5 points because
Oh my God.
Frisbarat. Think of a flying squirrel. Now imagine how much cooler it would be if it was vertical and a rat instead. Surprisingly, this normal type is not a flying type, which that part you did get wrong, but you did say normal, so is not a flying type though, but makes sense when you see how it looks like a rat in a tutu.
Wow.
So you've just earned yourself some 5 points, my good
I
sir.
thought I was onto something
Oh,
with the
yeah.
Borat idea.
Yeah, I like that idea. Maybe that'll be the evolved form.
Oh yeah,
Ooh, it turns into Borat.
the flying Borat Pokemon.
All right, we have Charmander.
Huh?
I think that was Gib.
Yeah, I think so.
I think it's like pretty close.
I think it's a regular Charmander that just
Okay.
got that it's probably a ghost type. It probably got burnt and died. It probably got too hot. A Charmander that got too charred. And now it's the Charmander.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's a dead lizard.
Okay. For you, Nate, any rebuttal?
To be honest, that was my exact guess. I was thinking the same thing. So just to make a difference, since if that's the
Yeah.
answer, then Gibbledy gets
Yeah,
it.
you might get it right.
Um,
Maybe that's wrong. You don't know.
It's actually a Charmander who's a Chad. It's basically just Charmander, but like he is like super chiseled jawline, like model face, like he's got like the swoop hair, and and he's is only viewable in profile.
Yeah, he's not calling you
Okay.
back.
Nope, he's not calling you back. He's an alpha. He
Gotcha.
Yeah, he puts people
What
in their
type
place.
is this one?
The Chad Charmander, he's definitely he's fire type, but he's like fire.
He's double fire
Yeah,
type.
he's double.
He's two fire.
Double fire type because he's all flame, bro.
Nice. Ooh, this is a close one. Because Charmander is obviously a combination of Chard and Commander, as this army commander may be burnt, but they are excellent at battles using their strategic knowledge. It is especially lethal as its weapons have been fused to its arms. It's a fire steel.
What the fuck? You basically just came up with an evolution for Charcadet.
Yeah,
Which is
that's
like
so
a
crazy.
new,
Yeah, and it uses
really
Char.
cool Pokemon, actually. Yeah. So
It's like an
Charcadet
army
is-
man.
It's a little piece of charcoal that basically got reanimated and became like a little soldier. It's like a fire type.
Yeah.
It's super cool.
And then
And when it evolves, you have to evolve it by giving it like certain armor. And one armor makes it a fire ghost type that has swords for hands.
Yep.
And the other armor makes it a fire psychic type that has cannons. Like it can make its hands into cannons. Really
Oh, that's
fucking
cool.
Yeah.
Sounds like a Digimon, honestly.
honestly,
It's more of a Mega Man.
it looks like Mega Man,
Like,
literally.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
But this basically
I-
That's so
Uh-huh.
crazy. This is what's the ghost one? What's his name?
Oh my god, dude. Literally,
not-
so there's Charcadet.
Not Armor
oh, sorry,
Rouge. It's not Armor Rouge. It's
Ceruledge.
Okay, nerds. Okay, nerds.
Ceruledge, yeah. Ceruledge
get it.
evolves from Charcadet, but like this literally could be Charmander, could be like the name of Ceruledge,
like, a
basically.
form.
Literally, like
Yeah.
you could just give him that name in this
Gotcha.
description, and it would fit perfectly. You could even make him Fire Steel with his design, and it would still fit.
That's it.
Gotcha. All right, so as Nate, you guessed the fire type part correct, and Gib, you guessed the burnt part correct. I decided to each give you 2 points, kind of splitting the points.
Okay.
That extra 5th point is gone.
We don't need it.
All right, we have time for. Yeah, no, it's gone. Get out of here. Janet got it. She's got a point now. All right, we have time for 2 more. Let me go through. Let me pick the next best 2. I guess we'll to go off the ones that we're skipping. There's Gip, who is a creature may look like it's walking away when it's actually is highly aware of you. Gip is a backwards pig where its eyes and mouth are on its butt side. It's a normal type. Next one we had was Scrimlord. Scrimlord
Oh, no,
is this lord of Scrim loves to scream at its enemies. Scrimlord is a psychic type piece of fabric who is very expressive with its face. All right, the next real one we have is Grim Grumpus. That is Nate.
Yeah.
Grim Grom Grogropolis.
Grim Grom
Grim
Gragropolis.
Grom Grogropolis is is the final. He's the final form of he's a haunted city. He's a whole town of buildings all conglomerated into one Pokemon, Poltergeist. And he obviously this is his name because he evolves from the first Pokemon Grim, and then Grimgrom, and then of course the last form of course is Grimgrom Grogropolis. And it's because he's a Metropolis. He's the grim, ghosty, spooky Metropolis Pokemon. And he looks like just a big shadowy city with a bunch of eyes where the windows would be in the buildings. And that's Grimgrom Grogropolis, and he is Ghost Steel type.
Ghost and Steel, all right. Any rebuttal?
Yeah, I think Grimgrom Grogropolis is gonna be like a little wizard, almost like Oompa Loompa kind of mischievous sprite, you know what I mean? Like, almost like a pixie, goes around like bippity boppity booing everything, like very similar vibes. Maybe making things too large. Maybe they got like size changing, like they go and they make a small pumpkin into a big pumpkin, or like or even a big pumpkin into a small pumpkin. You know what I mean?
Oh, whoa. Let's chill there.
There's
That's
no limit on
that's a
what.
lot.
Slow down.
That's a
Ooh.
pretty crazy
There's
match.
On
no
what kind of
limit on what-
pumpkins?
There's no limit on what Grimgrom Grogropolis' abilities can do.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's probably like a psychic fairy.
Psychic Fairy, all right.
Yeah, that's what I.
So, let's get that Pokédex entry. Oop. Oh, no.
He is actually Scrimlord.
Grimgrom Grogropolis is a skeleton alligator with
Wow.
metal tubing on its back, which can simulate a futuristic city seen from a distance.
Yo.
This Pokemon was built on the bones of the dead. It's a ghost still.
I got it.
Right on
So we're gonna unanimously have to give that to Nate. I did like both of yours definitions. I think I would love to see a fucking actual haunted city Pokemon, and then also like a little wizard mischievous making things too big or too small. It's like his only thing.
He just enlarges or reduces everything.
Yeah,
Actually, it sounds really cool.
that's it.
Yeah.
Thanks. All right, we have time for one last one. All right, last Pokemon, no Kidum that you guys have to guess. Gatomon. That is Nate.
Yeah, so obviously this Gatomon is an alligator. Gato for Gator, yeah. So it's actually Gatomon, you know, it's a mislead.
Gotcha.
It's
Gato.
Gatomon, and the mon is from demon, from demon. So this is obviously an alligator demon.
Okay.
That, you know, has little winglings and like kind of like he like flutters on his tiny little demon wings, and he looks like they shouldn't be able to hold him in the midair, but they do. And he's just like this big weird looking alligator, and he's just like just constantly dripping like drool and stuff, and he's just real ugly. And his type is dragon dark. Yeah.
All right.
Gatomon.
Gatomon. All right. And rebuttal from you, Gib?
I think this is a Chin Pokemon, isn't it? I'm pretty sure
it's a
Gatomon is a Chin Pokemon. I think it's like from South Park.
Okay.
There's just a green cat that's Gatomon. But if that's not it, then you know what? I'm gonna have to say it's a little kitty cat. Little kitty cat Pokemon. But just that, like really, it's just a plain Jane.
Just the actual cat.
Yeah, it's just a cat.
Like, basically.
It's almost real. Like it just looks like a cat. And it's got.
And what type was it?
I don't know. It
Nobody
it's a
knows,
question mark
actually.
type.
Yeah.
Yeah, no one knows.
Yeah.
It's the question mark type.
All right.
Every
Yeah,
time
that is a
people try
type
to-
technically.
Yeah, every time people try to attack it, it runs away. Yeah, that's
All
fine.
right. So this
It
one,
looks like this.
funny enough, is actually a guest response from our friend Lag9K.
Yeah, I figured.
Gatomon
It's
is actually a Digimon.
Yep.
So I'm gonna
That's
give that
why,
one to
yeah.
I'm gonna give that one to Gib because you were correct in that no one knows its type because it doesn't have a fucking type because it's a Digimon.
I'm like, I
Um,
recognize it
I'm
from
sorry.
somewhere.
I'm sorry. I would like to interject.
Uh-huh.
That's not true. I believe Gato
Oh.
is a
Digimon.
is a vaccine type Digimon. Thank you very much.
Yes.
You heard it here first.
Well, you mean,
folks.
Because
Nate's against the vaccine.
because they have types too, but they're just not as cool.
Gotcha. All right, Janet, can you read us? That is the conclusion of our game. Can you read us the scores?
So, we have Gib over here. With
Oh, sorry. I just love your interactions with Janet. I could
Yeah,
feel the
thank you,
sexual
thank you.
tension. It's insane.
Yeah, it's just she's rubbing her. She's doing the little hair twirl like with her finger. Like, thank you,
rubbing her-
appreciate it.
She's rubbing her hair, yeah.
Just like she's showering.
She's like rubbing her hair, yeah.
It's like a
oh, I just got out of the shower.
It's like a helmet that she just puts on. It's like, sorry,
Yeah.
I'm buffing my hair.
Ew.
So, we have Gib over here with 20 points. Woo, yeah.
I remember 20
And
points.
then,
Alright, yeah.
That was like 20 points ago.
drum roll. We have Nate over here with 32 points. Woo!
Nice.
Defending my
All right,
Gymleader
Janet.
title.
Can you show our good friend Nate what he has won?
He's won one of a kind, a Poke Terraria mystery box
Oh,
Sick.
oh, cool.
with different options, and a Pokemon poster, which I didn't open because I don't want to deal with it. But it's got God of War on it. It's got
I'm sold already.
that's all I see. It's got Gengar, the other one.
Nice.
All the
I don't know my
Gs. Is that why
Pokemon.
you picked G?
That's what's on the poster is the G unit.
I guess
Pokemon.
maybe. Yeah, it's the mega evolutions. I think it looks like. All right, and Gib over here. Yeah. You've actually managed to lock in second place. Luckily, with your 20 points.
I thought it was impossible, but thank God there was only 2 contestants.
Yes, but unfortunately, I could not say that you deserved any Pokemon rewards. Unfortunately, as the Pokemon Master has been determined to be Gymleadernate. However, we did have a reward for you, which actually will contain the new franchise that can replace Pokemon for you, which is this Golden Girls magnet.
Ooh, nice. I thought it was
It's
gonna
a
be
Golden
Metazoo,
Girls-
I thought
thing.
for a second I thought that was a Golden Girls playing card, like trading card, and I was like, if there's a Golden Girls trading card game, I'm in.
Count me in.
Yeah, you win this Golden Girls magnet with the phrase "Fasten your seatbelts, shit puppy." And which character is that, Gib? As you're the biggest fan of Golden Girls now.
That is Agnes Wetbottom.
Nice. Agnes Wetbottom Magnet. Woo! And that's all the time we have. Thanks for coming down. Don't forget to spay your Pokemon and, take them down to the Humane Society and
God.
all that good stuff.
Are we putting him down?
Yeah, that's what. Hey, what's up? I missed anything? It's me, Dala.
It was, yeah, I won.
Yeah,
Oh,
Janice
nice. What'd you win?
Janice was here. She was flirting with everybody.
Janet was
Ooh,
flirting with everybody.
damn.
I gotta talk to her boss because that was very unprofessional
Mhm.
and
Is that Howie
very
or
distracting.
her boss
Sorry?
Howie? Her boss Howie?
Yeah, yeah, her boss Howie.
Gotcha.
But now
Gotcha,
that
gotcha.
now that you're back, Dala, I must say, there is
Mhm.
one surprise I had for you, real quick. Since you were giving us all
Sure.
these games as Pokemon experts, I thought as a more
Ooh.
of a Pokemon novice, I should give you one little, just tiny little
To-
game.
To punish me?
Yeah, no, just
To punish
just
me?
to see if you can at least have picked up enough from our talks about talking about Pokemon from your research that you could recognize a real Pokemon name from one that I made up. So this is
Alright.
gonna
I'm game.
real quick. We're gonna see if Dala can figure out which one of these are real Pokemon. So,
Quick
is it
question.
mon or not?
Are any of these? If I don't know if you can tell me, are any of these like Pokemons or MetaZoo characters or any of that, or is it all made up?
Who knows?
Or you're not gonna say?
If
Okay.
you really think you can lean on your knowledge of MetaZoo, like then
I know you're a MetaZoo master.
you are a MetaZoo master.
Yeah, I mean, I'm waiting for the trivia game of MetaZoo
Yeah,
when I'm on that.
True, you're gonna dominate. Okay.
MetaZoo
Yes.
pretty?
So we'll
All
begin real quick.
throw it at me.
So first right away, is this a real Pokemon or not? Bramblegast. Bramblegast.
I think I'm gonna say no based on Gibbs
Well,
laughing.
don't base everything off of my reactions. I laugh at everything.
All
I
right.
don't think I'm not.
Your first answer is no, and that is incorrect. That is a Pokemon.
Damn.
Bramblegast is from the.
I
newest
almost said yeah.
generation.
Damn you, Gib.
Next we have Titanish. Titanish.
Ooh, I know there's like Tyranitar and
That it.
some other
that
ones.
is a
I
Pokemon?
feel
Yeah.
like, yeah. I don't. Titanish. I will say yes. It's a tyrant and a Danish. It's a Danish tyrant.
That is incorrect. Unfortunately, I made that up.
Damn.
That Pokemon does not exist. Next we have Cleaver.
Just Cleaver.
Cleaver.
All right. I'm gonna say no because that sounds well. I'm gonna say no, but if it is, it's literally just gonna be a Cleaver. Is my guess.
That is incorrect. That is a real Pokemon.
God damn
Some
it.
do pronounce it Cleavor, but I looked it up and it is technically just pronounced Cleaver.
Cleaver. What is it?
It's a bug with
Scissor.
axes for arms that evolves from Scyther.
Hmm.
And
Oh.
that line includes Scyther, Scissor, and Cleaver.
Cleaver. That makes sense then. Yeah. Jeez.
All right, next.
I'm 0 for 0, baby.
0 for 3.
That's my goal.
I'm waiting
Yeah,
for
my
Cam.
goal is to be
Next is going to be
Hamlor.
Mimikyu.
Oh, that's real. I've heard that one.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
That one's like a
talked about
like a
that one
shitty
last time.
Pikachu, right?
Shitty Pikachu.
It's a better
Isn't it?
It,
Or but he looks like
he's
shit.
pretending.
I don't know.
Yeah, he's a thrown together Pikachu. All right.
Damn. Now I'm 3 for 1. God damn it.
Yep.
Fuck. I should have gotten that
You got
wrong.
one right. All right. Next we got Miroar. Miroar.
I'm gonna say that's real. I feel like that's a fucking dinosaur one or something probably.
That is incorrect. That is a fake
Damn
Pokemon
it.
that I made up.
But how cool are these? I'm stealing these for Noki dumb.
Yeah. All right. Next we have Baxcalibur. Baxcalibur.
That's probably real. Is that the sword one? Is my guess. It's probably like the ghost sword. No, because that one's a Hakogi or whatever. But I'm gonna say it's real. It's like a sword.
It is real.
On someone's back.
Actually, it's a dragon dinosaur thing with a glaive that is made out of its spine,
Okay.
protrusion.
Literally
honestly
back.
Godzilla.
It's
Excalibur.
Godzilla with a sword in the
Like,
stone on
interesting.
its back, basically.
Even its evolution is like a reference to, I think it evolves at level 54, which is like Godzilla 1954.
1954.
Oh, 54. Awesome.
Pretty,
That's cool.
Pretty sick.
Yep.
Oh, I'm gonna look up some of these afterwards, especially Hamlor.
All right.
Hamlor.
Cleaver? Cleavor?
No, Gib was earlier was like saying Hamor or something like that.
Okay. Next we have Callisnail.
Callus snail.
Callisnail.
God, that sounds too stupid. So it's probably real. I'm gonna say no, but if it was real, it would be like a snail with big fucking calluses in his feet.
That's exactly what I
Yeah,
was
callus.
imagining when I made that up. You are correct. I was
Nice.
imagining a snail covered in
Snail with
calluses.
Just callus with feet, yeah.
Yeah, snail with
But the
Yeah.
feet aren't where you think. Yeah, they're not where you
Just
think
like
they are.
it's like it does the Gary thing from SpongeBob where like the snail lifts up and he's just got full on shoes underneath. Like
Yeah. Nice.
all right, and finally we have Darmanitan. Darmanitan.
That. If it's real, it's Darman from those like YouTube videos as a Pokemon. But I'm gonna say no, it's probably real. I'm gonna say it's real, but it's Darman.
And it's the
with a
YouTuber.
tan.
And it's the YouTuber.
Yeah.
With an extra
He's a
extra
tanner.
deep tan.
This man
Yeah.
just killed another person and realized that was probably a bad thing to do.
Think about that.
Shouldn't be doing-
Is killing wrong? I think so. You
Especially on a Wednesday.
You are correct for all the wrong reasons. Darmanitan is real, and
Yes.
he is a meditating Buddhist gorilla orangutan. And yeah, he's
I guess the tan part. Where's the is Darman like a thing? Or
Dharma. I think it's like there's
okay.
a term Dharma in like meditation, and
Gotcha.
there's not just like karma, but there's also dharma, and
Ooh,
yeah.
dark karma. Nah, just kidding.
But yeah, that was a quick little game just to see, and I think you caught on by the end.
Yeah.
I got one for Dala too.
Oh gosh,
Guzzlord.
that's fake. Is it real?
Guzzlord is 100% real.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yep.
Guzzlord.
What is he?
Bunch
What
of hands, big mouth.
the fuck is he? What? How do you spell it?
Guzzlord.
Yeah.
And then
Nice.
the best
Is he friends with Scrimlord?
the best part about it is he basically is Scrimlord if you ever see him in the anime. Because his
Interesting.
Pokemon cry in the anime is just a man screaming. It's literally it's just a man going "Ah! Ah!"
What generation is he?
7.
7. Okay. Interesting. What is he supposed to be?
He's the embodiment of hunger, basically. Like, he's from another dimension, so he's not supposed to look like real animals.
Yeah, so he's the gimmick for that generation was Ultra Beasts, and they're basically like alien / alternate dimension Pokemon, and so they don't really look like they all look weird.
It's like Cthulhu or something in a way.
Very much like Eldritch.
Like
Like
Eldritch, yeah,
like
not
yeah, like Kartana from our campaign is an Eldritch Beast.
Cortana.
And so yeah,
Uh-huh.
and since he's like completely flat and like made of paper but can still be a living thing,
Pokemon.
it's because like
Or a thing.
the dimension he's from, all of the grass and plant life is like paper thin. So and like razor sharp. So
Interesting.
it's just they're just all weird because they come from weird places.
That's cool. No, that's one thing I do like is like some of the newer games. I'll hear about the like Pokemon that are like not like they're Eldritch. I think that's pretty cool. Speaking of other things, that's pretty cool. Gymleadernate, you got anything you'd like to plug in to Electro plug in?
Ellicott.
Not at the moment. Not really.
like it.
Not put anything
like
out there
Instagram?
right now. Yeah, if you want to go visit my Instagram and or whatever, it's I'm Gymleadernate on everything. So it's always the same. So
Find him on DeviantArt.
yeah, God, oh please don't. I don't even know if that DeviantArt account still exists, but I doubt it's any good. That's for sure.
Hell yeah.
That's where all his Pokemon are. You gotta find him.
All right, but I appreciate.
What about you, Gib?
I also appreciate just letting me geek out for a little while with y'all.
Oh no, yeah, appreciate that you having coming on.
It was an honor.
Uh,
You were our
yeah,
first
fun.
guest.
Yeah, first guest. I didn't even think about that.
Honor.
We've
I
broken.
barely know her.
Yeah,
There you go.
next
Wait,
sure. That's okay.
Honor. Is Honor a Pokemon?
Yes.
Ooh.
Might as well just say yes to everything. It will be soon.
It will be
Generation
too.
10.
Yeah. On
Yeah.
or.
All right, Gib. What about you? What you got to throw in the plugs?
You know what? Just go ahead and follow my Gibbledang page. I post my custom action figures there. I'll probably be posting some new ones soon. Yeah, check out this podcast. Follow us. No dumb idea.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Download.
Gymleadernate's page, Lag 9000's page. Yeah, kind of the same old plugs. Yeah. Not too much this time.
Ooh.
What about you, Dala?
I will plug my Instagram, dadala.art, and then also the Instagram of the show. Like Gib was saying, follow the show on your podcasts of choice. Download it. Give it like 10 stars out of 5. Find a way to do that. And I'll play some Pokemon games, I guess. Yeah,
Yeah.
sounds like now's a good time.
They don't really need our advertisement, but yeah, honestly, it's always worth a shot to try it out and just see if you like it. I would also throw in, we're going to see our friend in a band tonight. So if you want to look up the Tower of the Fool, give their music a listen to. I think that'd be a good idea. Great group.
Yeah.
That we're gonna go see live tonight. So.
It'll be like a week from today when you've heard this, but follow them for the
but they'll
future.
still exist.
Yeah. Come watch them poke evolve in front of us. But all right, thanks for listening and have a good rest of the day.
Peace out.
Hell yeah. Thank you all.
Thanks,
Bye.
everyone.
So the way the points will work in this game is if you get it right, if the first guess is right, then it is 2 points. But if someone steals it after initial guess, it will become 1 point, if that makes sense. Actually, do any of you have let me get a coin real quick.
Like a physical coin?
Yeah, let me grab one.
Who the fuck carries a physical coin? Actually, I have a Pokemon coin sitting
I was
relatively
gonna
near
say,
me.